Now from Colorado's capital city, welcome to Denver. This is Empower Field at Mile High. Today, rivals collide in the AFC West. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos.
Fans, on your feet for your defending AFC West champion, Denver Broncos.
Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. It's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. And off we go here from Mile High. This return will take him out past the 25-yard line. Decent field position as this game gets going. So the Raiders offense comes out, and this is the new home of Kirk Cousins, signed back in April. Now, 15 years in the season. He turned 38 before the season started.
You know, Mike, I think for a team that maybe there's not a lot of high expectations, and a quarterback like Kirk Cousins who's maybe fallen out of favor in league circles over the last year or so, some due to injury, things didn't really work out the way they planned in Atlanta. I'm actually kind of excited to see how this plays out. I think Kirk Cousins has a lot to prove. I think he still has a lot of really good ball left, and him and Clint Kubiak together in Las Vegas, I think we're going to see a little bit of that Kirk Cousins from Minnesota type play, and that's certainly what they're looking for.
The second down throw is incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
On third down, they go with Genty. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It's fourth down.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass. So they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. So here come the Broncos, led out by Bo Nix. Greg, season 3 for the Oregon quarterback. Led the Broncos to the AFC West title last year and snapped that 9-year Kansas City run atop the AFC West.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 11. First down, Broncos.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. He keeps it himself. And Nix with a wise move there at the end, sliding to a stop, but he's got the first down.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Here's Dobbins. And it's going to be first and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Here's a run. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Now, here's second and goal. Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Broncos. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
The kick by Lutz is good. Broncos will take a 7-0 lead.
Raiders nothing.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Raiders offense ready now for their second drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for first and 10. That's left side to Tucker. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Brings up second and
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Now, Cousins. His throw left side is complete. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. They get 19 on that pass play. First down, Vegas. In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer. On the handoff, this is Genty. Not much there, maybe a yard.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 9. Man in motion here is Tucker. Cousins now on second down. Out of the backfield, it's Ashton Genty. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
He's got the first down and more than that. A gain of 11 there, and a first down.
3rd and inches, you're thinking the tight ends are on the field to block for the back or the quarterback, but not here. Nice setup here, playing to the tendencies of their offense, and they come away with a nice completion.
And he's not going to be able to escape the rush here. He goes down. That's the linebacker, Nick Bonito. He gets into drop in. It's a loss of 8. Second and long coming up. In motion, Naylor. Second down, Cousins. Good middle, he's got Tucker. And that's a good game there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from second and long to now at least third and manageable.
That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Trey Tucker, the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? Oftentimes, these critical downs come down to who executes the best. And in this case, Mike, the defense executed when it mattered the most. Big fourth down stop, and now they're going to get the ball back.
The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. A run with Dobbins. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Adam Butler, there on the tackle.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
That's caught downfield by Waddle. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. A big-time play for the Broncos. It's a gain of 34. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll pitch it out here. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. A gain there of 15. Good for a Denver first down.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the first quarter, they've done just that.
They'll give it to Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. That'll bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing is Nix. Out quickly there to Sutton. And he's in. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Greg, offensive coordinator's script to start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive, they've been efficient right since the start of this one. And I'll tell you what, Mike, if they continue to build on this lead here early, it's going to be a long day for this defense.
Makes the score Broncos 14, Raiders nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Couldn't take the chance. They're going to return it from the goal line. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. Been a bit of a shaky start so far. A punt followed by the turnover on downs last time they had it. Trying to turn things around here on drive number 3. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. That one caught by Tucker. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff to Genty. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
In motion, Naylor. Cousins out of the gun on 3rd down. That's going to be caught. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now, and John's to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. To return, it's Mims. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They've raced out to a 14-0 lead. They've done nothing wrong so far. On the ground, here's Dobbins. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Adam Butler there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
We are through 1. 14-0 is our score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it 2nd down and 7. Throwing, Nix. Now they'll set up the screen for Harvey. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now it's Dobbins, and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Play action now. It's Nix. He'll get this one out to his fullback. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he will have a Broncos 1st down. Able to convert 3rd and short, and they pick up 4.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the 1st half as he's closing in on 100 yards already. From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. A throat behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
That's complete. It's Waddle. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They get 22 yards there. First down, Broncos. Now they'll run. It's a counter, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
At the 17-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make. And I know they get to 3. But I'll tell you what, Mike, you look around the league, the fourth down craze that's kind of taken and building a lot of momentum here. 4th and 1 in the red zone, I'm going for it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I just think you have to score touchdowns in this league to win over time. And especially if you can't get it hard with this offensive line, then you've got bigger problems.
The Raiders offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive, as they'll begin here with first down. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
He'll step up and run this. And he'll go into the slide there. It'll be a gain of a couple.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. The ball's out. The Broncos have it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown.
This was just a disaster from start to finish. I mean, he's retreating, he's trying to get away from the rush, but going backwards doesn't often make things better. He's hit, stripped, and defense does a nice job securing the ball and taking it back for a touchdown.
Lutz for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Broncos are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead.
Raiders nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the goal line. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Off the play fake. Here's Cousins. That's into traffic, but taken in. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
A gain of 15.
About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer. They'll run the toss to Genty. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
First down.
And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive. Now Cousins on the bootleg. He'll get this off to Genty. And he'll be hustled out just shy of the first down marker. That's a pickup of 9. And he's going to set up 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. And nice work here. He's got the first down to about the 30-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd
From
and
the
6.
25, here's 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Genty. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
Taken down at the 14-yard
A gain
line.
of 11 on that one. Good for a Raider first down. They'll go again with Genty. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up. Genty. And he's going to go backwards. Taken down at the 6.
He was taken down behind the line
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
Man in motion here is Tucker. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. To the goal line and in. Trey Tucker. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Raiders try to climb back into this one. It's now 24-7. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Broncos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
That is caught, and it's Troy Franklin. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. Over the middle, it's taken in by Waddle. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
You think back to a year ago, Mike, and the Broncos, they were one step away from the Super Bowl. I mean, they're hoping that the addition of a Jalen Waddle can really be what puts them over the top. And he's had more than 1,000 yards in his first 3 seasons in Miami. Wasn't able to match that mark last year, but a change of scenery could be just what he needs.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This officially a 58-yard attempt. So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half. This taken just shy of the goal line. Whoa! And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Broncos offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And, they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
It is 3rd and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. A pickup of 15 in the air. Good for a Denver first down.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
A big-time play for the Broncos. 33 yards.
That's another Broncos.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw is Nix. Got his man at the 6.
Mike, this is a great example of a wide receiver who just truly understands the concept of spacing. When you're open, stay open. If you're not open, get open. And when you can do that and operate in the middle of the field, man, you are such a weapon and a reliable target for your quarterback. It's a great example of it here. He works to stay open, middle of the field, ball's on target. It's an easy touchdown.
The kick by Lutz is good. Broncos will extend this third quarter lead.
Raiders 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Ashton Genty and this Raiders offense coming back out for their next turn with the ball. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. In motion, Naylor. Second down, Cousins. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive lineman to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 6. Cousins now. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Throwing now, Cousins. He's got his man. That's Besh. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
See what they have for second and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A gain of 6 yards.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Cousins out of the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable, incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short. Yeah, in this game, Mike, it's just gotten away from them here in the 3rd quarter. They're pretty much forced every possession. They're going to have to go for it and really press the issue. And I'm not even sure if that's going to be enough to get them back into this one.
Broncos offense, led by Bo Nix, set to go again. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Here's Dobbins, and he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Adam Butler there on the tackle.
At the 42-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Nix. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
13 yards on the catch there. First down, Broncos.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's a run going left, and he powers his way forward, doing it on the ground inside the 40, a gain of 8.
And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the second.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Wow, look up, see a defender all over him. Stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 2, you're thinking, I got 2 downs to get 2 yards. How hard can that be? Well, against this defense, it turns out to be a big challenge. They take you back for a loss at 2, and now you find yourself on 3rd down.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. And will move his ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now give on the ground, a gain of 4 as he's taken down.
The ball carrier. He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Nix. Taking off, and a nice run and close to the 1st down, protecting himself, sliding at the end.
Brings up 3rd down.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
A run with Dobbins. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
Nice run right there. You get down here into the red zone area, Mike, and yards are hard to come by. He's able to stick his head in there and sets him up for 1st and goal.
On 1st and goal, Harvey. Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes 2nd and goal.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
On the bootleg, it's Nix. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter.
Brings up 3rd
A rare
and
miss
goal.
for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And he'll take it on in. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Denver.
Touchdown, Broncos.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Broncos stretch things out even further. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return is Dylan Laube. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Raiders offense ready to get back to work. And time again, Greg, the yards on the ground have been very difficult to come by.
Yeah, and it really goes against conventional wisdom, Mike. You hear so often everyone talk about you run the ball to open up the pass, and really, that's not necessarily true. Oftentimes, when you're having trouble on the ground, the best way to open things up underneath is by passing the ball, and that could be a variety of ways. Throwing it downfield, screen passes, swing passes. Just get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and open things up. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And it'll be a pickup of 3, so 3rd down, forthcoming.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. This one down the field, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
Gets that one complete to his tight end Bowers. And he is going to have a Raiders first down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on fourth down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Throw right side is taken in by Best. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Trying to find something positive. This has been a rough one. A little bright spot there with the first down. Here's Cousins. That's left side to Tucker. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Cousins gonna throw. That's to the right side and incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it'll bring up second down. Cousins. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
We're trying to find something positive. This has been a rough one. A little bright spot there with the first down. Cousins to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's close to another first down. This is brought down just shy of the marker.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head. And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll run with Genty. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. At least at first glance. They'll spot the football just beyond the marker. And they convert on third and inches. Now, Cousins. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Play action now. It's Cousins. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to third and goal. Now, Cousins. He pulls it in around the 5. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point.
Over the top, he's got it. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Now Gay for the extra point. He knocks it
His
through.
kick is good.
And the Raiders cut into
Makes
the lead
score
a little bit.
Broncos 41, Raiders 14. Matt Gay to
So,
kick
after
off
the
for Las
touchdown,
Vegas.
here's Gay to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back set to go once more. And we'll give you a look at some of the highlights. He's had a number of them over that magic mark, over 100 yards on the ground, including a rushing touchdown. He has been a handful for the defense right throughout. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. He'll give it to Dobbins. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 21
That's
yards.
a gain of 21 to open this drive.
First down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Now it's Dobbins. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
The ball carrier. Taken down by Nakobe Dean. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's
At
a
the
2nd
44-yard
and
line.
9. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down.
48-yard line.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, I think we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game, force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away, and then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he will have a Broncos first down. Able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
And this is just a defeated defense at this point in the game, Mike. It's been like this all day long. They just have not been able to get the stops when they've needed them. Here's another chance on 3rd down, and they just can't make a play.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He was brought down by Eric Stokes. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard
From the
line.
43, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll go play action with Nix. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Well, I think the two of us kind of looked at each other up here in the booth, Mike, like, oh, a little surprised they're still throwing the ball at this stage of the game with the lead. But when you've had as much success through the air that they've had today, I don't think I can blame them for trying to pad the stats a little bit.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Troy Franklin, the intended target. And it's going to be 4th down.
Field goal. A 60-yard attempt.
And he missed it.
His kick is
It's no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
The Raiders offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a 1st down. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, just not a whole lot you could do there. I mean, it's a zone read play, Mike, and the defense just really has everybody accounted for. One defender has the back, another defender has the quarterback, and once you have those two guys taken away, there's not a whole lot to do.
That's caught left side by Bowers. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down coming up.
And it's third down.
Throwing his Cousins. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
11 on the play.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Vegas. Cousins. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up second down. Cousins now. That's caught by Bowers. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Trying to get away, but he will not. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. And now it's fourth down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll try it now with Genty. And he's going to have the Raiders first down as they get the conversion with a gain of 14.
This is a little bit of a tough spot for a play caller, Mike. Fourth down, is it close enough that I can run the ball? Is it far enough that I have to risk a pass? That took some courage to call a run play.
And he will score! Ashton Genty, touchdown Vegas.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Gay to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Raiders are able to edge a bit closer.
Broncos 41, Raiders 21.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
The Broncos offense getting set to get back to work. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air. And with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 31-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 31 yards.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead. You're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this will wind up a win for the Broncos. They take care of business here at home. It's a game they were expected to win. They had no problems in the end as they cruise to victory.